All right. So we're going to go over fraction and tax assignment number 2. This is the pink packet. I'm going to go through relatively quickly because it is kind of review. So we're going to start out with number 1. Paul is an employee of Tractor Inc. He's in their service center department. His annual salary is going to be $44,700. So Paul, he's going to make $44,700. Jolene, she works at checkout center and she's making $12 an hour. So Jolene, she's making $12 an hour, 35 hours a week. That's going to give her 42 hours, $422 a week. Now, then we have to remember there's 52 weeks in the year. So we get 52 times. So her salary, 420 times 52, is going to be $21,840. All right. Now we're going to do Social Security first. So when I do Social Security, remember, that's times 0.062. Because it's 6.2%, I'm going to make it 0.062, so that's a point. So I'm multiplying times 0.062. So I do 44,700 times 0.062. So I'm going to do Paul, I'm going to multiply that. So Paul is Social Security. And look, I'm going to label that. So, I mean, we're going to know Paul's Social Security is going to be, remember it's money, $2,771.40. I'm going to put that zero at the end because we're talking about money. We need two decimal places when we talk about money. Right? Now I'm going to do Jolene's Social Security. So Social Security, Jolene's going to do 21,840 times 0.062. So her Social Security is going to be $1,354.08. So I've done the first part. How much would Paul and Jolene pay in Social Security? And I labeled it. A lot of people aren't labeling it. They're just throwing numbers on their paper and it doesn't make any sense, right? Remember, the big concept in this unit is reading comprehension, making sure you're understanding what they're asking you, you're answering what they ask you, and you're making it presentable. So how much will they pay in Medicare? Right? Medicare, a little bit different. So Medicare is going to be 0.0145, because remember, that's 1.45%. So I'm going to do Paul's Medicare. So I'm going to do 44,700. So we're doing 44,700 times 0.0145. So Paul's Medicare is going to be $648.15. Now I'm going to do the same thing with Jolene. So Jolene's Medicare. So I'm going to take 21,840. I'm going to times that by 0.0145. I'm going to get $316.68. All right. So now we're going to figure out a total. So our total. Now, because we're talking about employees, we're going to be employee specific. If I was talking about how much the company, then I would do a total a little bit different. So all I care about for the total, for Paul's total, is I'm going to do $2,771.40. I'm going to add it to $648.15. Or, just to double check, you can do Paul's total salary. You can times it by 0.07765. So Paul's total, so this is what he's going to pay, is going to be $3,419.55. Whereas Jolene's total So this is, remember, for the year. Jolene's total, if you can add the $1,354.08 and $316.68, or if you weren't sure, you could always just go back to the beginning, 21,840 times 0.0765, and I end up with $1,670.76. Don't forget your money sign. And that's it. So how much will B is how much will Tractor Inc. contribute to Medicare for per month for Paul and Jolene? How much for Social Security? Right? What is their total contribution for both employees for the year? So we know, I want Medicare. So for Paul and Jolene, well, here's Paul's Medicare. Here's Jolene's Medicare. So I'm going to do 648.15 plus 316.68 So for the year, they're going to pay $964.83. That's for the year. So I'm going to take $964.83. I'm going to divide that by 12. $964.83. I'm going to divide that by 12. So they're going to pay monthly, and I'm going to label this monthly Medicare is going to be $80.40. Social Security. So Social Security, right? I'm going to add Paul's $271.40 and Jolene's, or $2,771.40. And I'm going to add Jolene's $1,354.08. So I'm going to add that. I get 48. So I get $4,125 for the year. So I'm going to divide that by 12. So again, I get, and I'm just going to double check my math because I did it in my head. I did it by hand. So I'm just going to double check and make sure 2,771.40 plus 1,354.08. Yeah, I was right. So I'm hit. Divide that by 12. So I get monthly Social Security. So this is for the employer. Remember, the employer is going to pay this. They're going to pay $343.79. Now, what is their total contribution for both employees for the year? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take $964.83. I'm going to add it. So the year. So the year contribution is going to be $964.83. I'm going to add it to $4,125.48. So I got $5,090.31 for the year for both. All right. And if you're not sure, like, here's what we could do. You could just add those totals together. You should get the same thing right here. You should be able to add those two together and get the exact same thing. So $5,090.31. Note that, not with the car wash, we're talking about the tag. We're talking about Tractor. They have 3 employees, including Paul. So there's 3 Pauls. And they have 6 Jolenes. What is their total monthly and yearly payroll contribution? So we know that Paul's total, so I'm going to do 3 Pauls. So I'm going to do 3 times Paul's total right here, $3,419.28. $1,055. I'm going to add that to 6 of the Jolene's. So remember, Jolene's total contribution is $1,670.76. So I'm going to add those together. So I'm going to do so 3 times $3,419.55 plus 6 times 1,670.76. So their total monthly and yearly. So this is yearly. So yearly total is going to be equal to $20,283.21. Now, to get the monthly total, I'm going to divide that by 12. So monthly I get money sign $1,690.27. So yearly total. All right, number 2. Jennifer works part-time at a fast food restaurant, making his state's minimum wage of $9.30 per hour. He receives a paycheck every 2 weeks. During the first pay period, he works 70 hours. So we're going to say first pay period. $60 hours. But none of them being overtime. During the second pay period, $76 hours. But 8 of those are OT. How much is this pay for each check? What was it totally paid in taxes for the month? So we have to answer all these questions. So first pay period, I'm going to do 60 times 930. That's going to be his. That's going to be his 2 weeks. Remember, he doesn't have any overtime on there, so it's every 60 times 930. So he's going to get $558. Now remember, that is gross pay before deductions. So to find out what he has to pay in taxes for this first pay, right, we're going to multiply that by 0.0765 because it did not tell us to differentiate between Social Security and Medicaid, so I'm going to do it all together. So I'm going to do 558 times 0.0765. So he's going to get $42.69 in deductions. So net first pay is going to be 558 minus $42.69. So I'm going to get $515.31. This is gross first pay. All right, second pay, I'm going to do the exact same concept, but now I'm going to take away, so I'm going to do, he's going to get 76, he's going to get 60 hours of straight time. So I'm going to do 68 times 930. So 68 times 930. So he's going to get, for his first 68 hours are $632.40. Now he's going to have 8 hours of OT. So OT is going to be equal to time and a half. So half of 930 is 450 is 465. So we're going to have 930 plus 465. All right. So we're going to do 930 plus 465. So his OT is going to be $13.95. So he's going to have 8 hours where he's making $13.95. So times that by the 8 hours. So for his OT hours, he's going to have $111.60. So I'm going to add that to the $632.40. So his second pay gross is going to be $744. Now remember, I'm going to multiply that by 0.0765. So his deductions is going to be $56.92. That's deductions. In case you didn't know, that's deductions also. So his net second pay is going to be $744 minus $56.92. So I'm going to get $687.08. So his second pay, his net second pay is going to be, not net, I'm going to say, we'll say take home. $687.08. Right? So now what do they want to know? They want to know how much is pay for each check. That's first check. Second check. What was this totally paying taxes for the month? Well, I'm going to have to take for the month taxes. I'm going to have to take $42.69. I'm going to add it to $56.92. So I'm going to have to do $42.69 plus $56.92. So in the month, he paid $99.61 in taxes. That's it. All right, now we're talking about self-employment. So remember, self-employment a little bit different because you have to pay the employee portion and the employer portion. So remember, the reason they only paid 7.65% previously is because the employer and the employee pay the same amount. So here, Loretta, she's going to collect $3,795 from her customers. So 3,795 times 0.153. So 3,000. So she has $3,795 times 0.153. Make sure you change that to a decimal, right? 0.153. So I'm just going to multiply that. So her total taxes are going to be $580.64. That's her SICA. Now, after reading more about self-employment taxes, Mary realizes she can deduct the cost of renting the space, her supplies, and any products she buys for resale that are sold within 1 year before she determines how much tax she owes. So she spends $500 a month to rent the space, which includes their utilities, $200 a month of supplies, $100 a month of products. She also bought new shears for $250 to determine her monthly payroll contribution. Now, this one's kind of a trick question because technically, shears are property. So if you deducted the shears, that's not 100%. The concept's not wrong. It's just in reality, you are not allowed to deduct property that you own. You have to write that off a little bit differently when it comes to businesses. So we are not going to deduct our $500 or $250 for our shears. Although, if you did, I wouldn't have said you were that far off. So what we're going to do is we'll take our $3,795. I'm going to take away $500 for rent and utilities. I'm going to take $200 a month for supplies. I'm going to take $100 a month on products. So that is $800. So that should take her total pay down to $2,995. So if you're not sure, you do $3,795 minus $500 minus 200 minus 100, just like I said, $2,995. So her taxable income is $2,995. So that's what I'm going to multiply by. That's her profit. And the shears are a little bit different. So the shears did cost her, and she will write those off. But depending on the price of those shears, you might not write it off all at once, and you wouldn't write it off in the month for taxes, for payroll taxes. It'd be a little bit different. So $2,995 times 0.153. So basically, because by taking off her profits, right? So she paid $458.24. Remember, money. So by taking off her profits, she saved about $122 in taxes, right? Which is kind of good. Save money. It's called tax avoidance. We're trying to avoid paying as much taxes as we can. That's not illegal. Tax fraud is illegal, lying about it. But avoiding taxes by legal deductions is not. All right, so we have a $3,400. We have a lawnmower that's $33,400 in Delaware. His cousin Nino buys the same model in New Jersey. Remember, so Delaware has no sales tax, right? Sales tax is 6.625%. Remember, as a decimal, it's 0.06625. So 0.06625. So when you do that, you end up with $224.25. Now remember, that is the sales tax. So I'm going to take my $3,400. I'm going to add it to my sales tax. So I'm going to have $3,400 plus $225.25. So the total cost, look, I'm labeling that, is going to be $3,625.25. All right. So now they got a third cousin. Moses, who lives in Kansas City. Now we're going to add up our sales tax together. This percentage was this percentage was this percentage was this percentage. So we have 4.225, 1.25, 3.25, 0.125. Together it's going to be 8.85. Remember, it's a percentage. I'm adding up all the percentages. Now, I'm going to do the exact same thing I did before. So I'm going to do 3,400. That's the cost of the lawnmower. I'm times it by 0.0885. And I end up with $309. Or $300.90. So I add those together, I end up with $3,700.90. Number 3 is talking about gas mileage. So we've done this before. So remember, what we're going to do is we're going to find 1,142 miles. This vehicle gets roughly 23 miles a gallon. So I'm going to multiply by 1 gallon all over 23 miles. Remember, that's the conversion rate. And I like to just set it up that way. So then, I can see that miles and miles cancel. That's how I know. That's how I know that I want to divide by 23. So I get 1,142 divided by 23. That's going to tell me how many gallons of gas I'm going to need. So 49.65, which should be familiar. I'm not trying to trick you here. We did this one already. The only difference is the lawnmower changes. So 465 gallons. So now we have to say gas is $3.30 a gallon, so $3.30. So times that by 330. So one way is $163.85. So round trip, multiplied by 2, you get 327.70. Now, for you to get credit for this, so accuracy on last question. So I don't think I put a mistake in this video on purpose, but I am not going to answer this one because this is a personal question. How much would the lawnmower need to cost for the trip to be worth it for you? Right now, $327, I'm going to lose money, right? Because if we were in Nina's state, New Jersey, it would cost $225. Even if we were in Missouri, we'd still pay $27 more. So find a price for the lawnmower where it's actually worth your time, your effort, and all that stuff, and explain why. So we need a lawnmower price with an explanation. All right, number 4, exactly the same concept. So we'll do 144 divided by 54. So I'm going to do 144 over 54. That's going to give me 2.66 miles, or gallons, I'm sorry. I'm going to multiply that by 330. So it's going to be $8.80 in gas. That's one way. So my round trip is going to be $17.60. That's round trip. How much would the lawnmower need to cost me to be worth trip? So once again, we're going to go through this whole thing. All right. Personally, right, it is worth it if your hybrid can fit the lawnmower. So remember, this is a little more expensive lawnmower. It's probably going to be bigger. If you can move the lawnmower without sacrificing that cost, it's probably without adding costs. When you decide whether to flood across state lines, avoid sales tax, or other costs of gas, you most need to consider other travel expenses like food. If you're driving really, really far, maybe you need hotels. Wear and tear on your vehicle. Is it worth towing something on your vehicle, et cetera, that stuff. So number 6, this is something you're allowed to do when you're purchasing a car. Look up information to guide you. So what I did is I Googled in Ohio, can you purchase a vehicle out of state to save money on sales tax? Well, right from the sales and use tax for motor vehicles. So I'm looking at tax.ohio.gov. All right. An Ohio resident must pay sales tax on a motor vehicle titled and used in Ohio. Now, it's like that, I think, with most things, actually. When you do your state tax, it asks you what you bought out of state that you can pay sales tax on.
So that's something that with the title, makes it very difficult to get out of paid sales fix. Not that you should. It's just you can get in trouble for that. So, but that's what makes it difficult.